Today I'm going to be presenting about my first summative in term 1 with the outcome of mental model of the relationship between supply and demand. To understand the concept, it's easier to start with demand because demand is the reason why companies provide products. There's two types of demand, needs and wants. Needs occur because people need certain products to survive, like medicine, foods, and clothing. The list goes on. With that, the products are bought more mindfully, which means needs are bought less frequent than wants. Wants occur because people see trends, either from social media or their surroundings, because they see them often. Often they grow a desire to be up to date with the trends, because with that, it gives them satisfaction. The cycle goes on unless people break free from that materialistic mindset, which means having equal needs and wants. But because people always have infinite wants, it's impossible for that to happen. Companies and businesses view wants as an opportunity cost because to prioritize on wants, they need to sacrifice needs, which leads to trade-off because they realize that by prioritizing on wants, it provides higher profit margin. With companies and businesses viewing want as an opportunity cost, they specialize more on wants. They could which could lead to two pathways, either them increasing the price gradually with more demand increasing gradually as well, which leads to market equilibrium, or they increase the price drastically, which leads to market disequilibrium. The market equilibrium occurs due to the price being increased gradually, because with the price being increased gradually, people won't realize the drastic change, so people will just continue buying the product. But if the price is increased drastically, it will lead to market disequilibrium because people won't have the economic status to buy the products. Majority of people don't have the economic status to buy the products. So the products are most most of the times the products are not gonna be bought, which leads to disequilibrium. Companies and businesses specializing on wants gives changes in consumers' economic state, which sometimes leads to less demand on the products. But by companies and businesses specializing on wants, their point of view is by them making products that are up to date with trends, which is going into the concept of supply. Products supplied in large quantities are more likely to happen because companies and businesses have a drive for success. With that, it leads to advanced technology and resource allocation over time, because when they do a certain thing, the skills are then enhanced. That's why it occurs advanced technology and resource allocation over time. With that, it enables them to provide more products with the same time as competitors, which is an absolute advantage. By them having advanced technology and resource allocation, it can also enable them to have more wants to be produced without sacrificing needs. which means the PPC shift outward. Advanced technology and resource allocation can also mean companies and businesses will need to sacrifice needs in order to prioritize wants, which means producing goods with lower opportunity costs, which is a comparative advantage. The product supplied in large quantities due to companies and businesses' drive for success could lead to inefficient production in different aspects because they will prioritize on a certain aspect to the point where they don't enhance the other aspects because all they care about is the aspects that help wants to grow. With that, it decreases the possibility of production, which means the PPC shift inward. Products supplied in large quantities due to business and company drive for success will make them realize that getting products straight from the stores is allows them to have lower costs. With that, people who supply the products realize that they can sell in bulk faster, and companies and business realize that they get a more greater deal. Hence, exchange occurs. Products supplied in large quantities due to companies and business drive for success also comes with a cost, which is products needing resource. And most resource needed are non-renewable, which means non-renewable materials are finite, or in other words, scarce. That's why it's not compatible with people's infinite wants and the finite materials to create the wants. That just means it's impossible for the demand of all wants to be supplied. In conclusion, I can conclude that it's impossible for companies and businesses to meet everyone's wants because people will always have wants, whereas most resources for wants are non-renewable, making them finite and scarce. Some are able to break that materialistic mindset, but they will always have wants just in lesser quantities. People always have wants because they are not satisfied with themselves, leading to finding temporary satisfactions. That's why there's a psychological perspective behind it, but wants serves as a purpose. According to www.indeed.com, it stated that allows you to have and reach goals. That means the reason for advancements we see can be driven by people's wants to have more, hence a visionary mindset. Consideration of multiple perspectives. According to Adam Smith, he believed that humans' wants are unlimited, but resources are limited, which supports my statement before. For Lionel Robbins, he defined human needs as ends in the economy that are unlimited. For psychology, it states that humans always want more because of boredom, negative bias, and lack of gratefulness. This is a graph analysis to support my statement. From the right, you can see fashion market increasing in sales, and one of them but one of the products is possibly sheep fur. In the left, you can see the decline of total sheep. That just means my conclusion is accurate, that people will always have infinite wants, but the materials to support those wants are scarce. Easy example, you could see that the opportunity cost is with the concave shaped graph, it shows an increase on how you need to give up on one good to get the other good, and that is called opportunity cost, because to go from point B to point C, you can get one piano as represented by the differences of the x-axis between B and C, but with that, they give up 15 guitars, which is the difference between y-axis of B and C. So the opportunity cost of going to point B to C is 15 guitars. The mutual benefit from trades is if a company trades with another country, they will get benefits from it allowing them to get innovation, resource, etc., hence allowing them to produce more goods. The surplus or shortage in the market experiences an imbalance, because the surplus can cause market imbalance due to it meaning production is more than demand, which means shortage can cause imbalance when demand is more than the supply.